Introducing the two best-looking faces in podcasting, Ryan and Derek present Ryan and Derek Uncensored.
Hey everybody, this is Derek from the Ryan and Derek Uncensored podcast. If you enjoy what you're listening to, you can listen to us on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or wherever else you listen to your podcast at. You can also follow us on social media such as Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Now let's go ahead and hit that music and get into the show. It's time for Explain Yourself, Facebook.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ryan and Derek Uncensored. This episode, we will include the same thing as we did last time. We pick a number and have to do what we pick. On today's episode, we have starting off with Facebook, Explain Yourself. Then we have madlibs. And after that, we have the ever and famous OPL talk.
Yeah, discussing the OPL
podcast. So, off camera, off podcast, Derek chose number one, which he has to say there is no I in Team America after every time I say I. And I guess I will choose number 3. I don't know what I chose last time.
I think you chose number 2 last time.
Okay.
All right, for this one, you'll start every thought with, well, let me tell you something, brother, in Hulk Hogan's voice. So not after every sentence that you have, but like after I get done talking. When you start talking, that's when you start that, not after every sentence.
Okay.
Hi. So probably the same format. We're going to do that in segments, the madlibs and OPL talk.
Yeah. All right. So we haven't done Explain Yourself in a while. So my first date that Derek chose for me was June 24th, 2016. I don't really post a whole lot, but my ex-wife tagged me in something that says Kentucky Fish and Wildlife seeks 20 conservation officer recruits. And I was living in Madisonville, so it would have been like kind of down the road, but what they were looking for wasn't necessarily full-time, and nobody can live off of part-time.
No, definitely not. I mean, I figured that would be something you'd be interested in because of your love of fishing.
Yeah, I mean, it was something that I was really interested in. I just didn't like the whole part that it's not full-time.
Yeah, I can see that. You can't, like you said, you can't live. You'd have to have a second job to be able to make ends meet.
Yeah. And I've done the double jobber thing, and that's no bueno.
Yeah, no bueno at all. So my first date that you chose for me was March the 16th, 2016. Let's bring that up. So my status was, it's refreshing to know the father of your girlfriend's kid is, quote, good with you being around. And for that, I'm very thankful. It's not always the case.
Right.
Well, a little bit of backstory about that. That was when I was dating Keisha, the craziest of all the girls that I've ever dated. And the father of her kid, well, I guess he proposed to her twice, but she said no both times because he was addicted to cocaine.
Alrighty then.
And he ended up going to prison for being an accessory to a murder of a drug dealer.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah. I guess she had talked to him. I guess her and him had regular conversations, like they write to each other through the mail or whatever. And she told me, "Oh yeah, he's good with you, being around his son." I'm like, he really doesn't have a choice.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't gonna, abuse or neglect her son or anything like that. I mean, because I think I'm a pretty decent guy, but yeah, that was a little bit weird. So let's go ahead and get to your second day of Explain Yourself, or second date.
So mine was January 3rd, 2019. So I guess this is before Lily and I moved in with my wife. We were just dating at the time. So, and I posted, had dinner at Heather's house. Wow, I should have used punctuation. Because this
Okay.
had dinner at Heather's house tacos with my two favorite people. So reading that, it's like Heather's house tacos.
Heather's house tacos.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I had dinner at my wife's house. We had tacos. I had it with my two favorite people, her and my child.
Aw.
And she commented, "Oh, I love you both and definitely my two favorite people in this whole world. Can't wait for this weekend."
Cool.
I don't remember what we did that weekend, but we always did something.
I'm sure you had fun.
Yeah.
So my next, go ahead.
That was all that I had for that one. Your next one was May 5th, 2020.
It's I posted a meme of Joe Biden sniffing Jimi Hendrix. I said, I don't care what your political affiliation is. This is hilarious. And it says, "Excuse me while I sniff this guy."
Instead of "excuse me while I kiss the sun."
Yeah.
Wow.
And the excuse me, the second status I have is I posted a link: record gun sales for second month, over 700 million this year. And I put, and I'm one of the 7,012,322 stay strapped. So
America. Pew, pew.
Yeah. Don't remember which gun I bought at that point. It might have been my my Glock I call America because it's got the American flag on it.
Oh, cool.
I'm pretty sure that's what that was. All right. And let's go to your third date of Explain Yourself.
My third one was August 14th of 2021. So on that date, I think I had 3 statuses. So the first one, my wife tagged me in overload of koala cuteness to help cure the back lockdown blues. And it was this trainer holding a koala at a wildlife park.
Oh, okay.
Lockdown life.
Just to bring some levity to the COVID situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, anyway. And then for the second one, wow. Okay. So for the second one, she tagged me in Barren River Lake Anglers, which is a group that I'm on in Facebook. Barren River Lake people go fishing.
Okay.
My grandson, Easton DeVasher, pulled out this big monster tonight. Weighed 43 pounds. Of course, this is his personal best. It was a 43-pound catfish, and it's as tall as the kid.
Good gosh. Well, obviously he didn't pull it in by himself.
I would hope not.
No, Yeah, there's no way.
He looks like he's having trouble holding it up.
Well, does it say how old the kid is?
He's 10, or he was 10.
Oh, yeah, 43 pounds for that's kind of that's a tall order to ask to hold for a kid to hold a fish up. I can hold a 40-pound weight up, a dumbbell up, but I can't hold it up for very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
my
last, I've got one more.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. So the last one that I had is family date night. We went to Outback Steakhouse. We were going to go to Texas Roadhouse, which was new at that time here in Bowling Green, and the place stays packed. So we went to Outback instead. And I just said, love getting to do this because we rarely do anything like it. And
yeah.
of course, we had a blooming onion, which is, if you don't go to Outback and get a blooming onion, then you wasted your trip.
Yeah, that's true. It's been a while since I've been to Outback, but I have had the blooming onion plenty of times.
And that was all that I had for that.
All right, let me go ahead and bring up the freaking thing locked. Okay, my last date is July the 4th, 2021. So let's go ahead and oh shoot, sorry about that. So that's when Amy and I went to the second annual Freedom Flower Festival at Dogwood Farms, located in Belews Creek, North Carolina. It's like the northeastern part of Forsyth County. And we dressed up I dressed up in some, didn't have any shoes, but I wore like a red, white, and blue hat, a cape. I looked ridiculous, but
didn't you have on a red, white, and blue tank top as well?
Yeah, it was red, white, and blue on like a gray tank top.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So I did look ridiculous, but Amy and I ended up winning the contest that they had, and they featured us on the Facebook page. And they were like, if anyone knows these two, get in touch with them and let them know that they won. So obviously I had followed their Facebook page, and I tagged Amy saying, hey, look, we won. Let's go get our prize.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
What was your prize?
Oh, the flowers, free admission, and a Dogwood Farms t-shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then I have one more status.
Okay.
I put Happy Independence Day, everyone. You won't ever catch me turning away from Old Glory, as I put a t-shirt over my face. And real American patriots will make sure the stars and stripes are not inverted either on their profile picture or in real life today. So I was taking a swipe at both Democrats and Republicans with that post. That was when that track and field star, I done forgot her name, but when the national anthem was playing, she turned away from the flag because she was mad that it played, and like put a shirt over her head.
Oh, okay.
For the Olympics. And the inverting was because I guess when Joe Biden got elected, I've seen a lot of people on Facebook put the American flag upside down on their profile.
That just means there's a tragedy.
Yeah, it's like a
national emergency type thing.
Yeah, country's in distress.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Yeah, I didn't finish watching the Olympics. It was a cluster cuss.
Yeah, I watched some of it. So
hopefully the Winter Olympics are a lot better.
I thought that was the Winter Olympics we just got done watching.
That was the Summer Olympics.
Oh yeah.
It was supposed to be in 2020, but COVID.
That's right.
So I think 2024 will be the Winter Olympics.
I hope so. If they say that COVID's finally eradicated, which that's never going to happen. But
Well, you know, monkeypox is coming around now.
oh, I heard about that at work the other night.
Yeah.
Great.
Another lockdown brought to you by the United States government.
Yep. Oh well.
Oh, well, that wraps that up for Explain Yourself.
It's madlib time.
Okay, everybody. So we are going to go ahead with madlibs. So Derek is going to ask me the words, and he's going to read the completed one first. And then after that, I'll go.
Yep. So we're gonna start off with I'm gonna need 3 verb. Well, I mean, the way I do it's probably a little bit different, but I need 3 verbs from you, Ryan.
All right. So it'll be run, jump, and dive.
Okay. I'm going to need 2 plural nouns.
Eskimos and wheels.
All right. I'm going to need 5 adjectives.
Stinky, clammy, sweaty, putrid, and balmy.
Okay. I'm going to need 6 nouns.
A cat, worm, a car, man, a bird, and a building.
Okay. I'm going to need a number.
Let's do 72.
And finally, 1 part of the body.
A lung.
All right. So this Mad Lib is titled Moms Are Superheroes. Are you ready?
Let me tell you something, brother.
Okay. Moms may not run like superheroes, but they have amazing super Eskimos that would make any member of the Justice League stinky. For instance, moms can heal any cat with a kiss.
Let me tell you something, brother. Are you there?
I'm sorry. I'm still there. And they can organize a birthday worm. Dive that, Batman. And then there's their X-ray car. Somehow they can see through doors, wheels, and even lead. Plus, moms have whatever you need in their lungs: bags, a tissue, a piece of man, or sweaty tape. Aquaman only ever has his putrid trident, but the most balmy superpower moms have is the ability to give the best hugs in the bird. And I'll take a hug from a mom over a building from the Green Lantern any day.
Let me tell you something about that, brother. Buildings hurt like a son of a bitch.
Yeah, you would not want to get hugged by a building for sure. Whew. Okay. I mean, that one wasn't as funny as our past Mad Libs, but I mean, it's not too bad.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Are you ready for your first one?
Yes.
I need 4 nouns.
Okay. Garbage can, stork, wash rag, and can opener.
All right. I need 4 plural nouns.
Okay. Mice, nurses, forks, and violins.
I need 5 adjectives.
Crunchy, slimy, horny, excited, and calm.
All right. 1 adverb.
Slowly.
Okay. And I need 4 parts of the body that are plural.
Feet, shoulders, lips, and fingers.
Let me tell you something about a finger, brother.
I was waiting for it.
Okay. This is Dining Room Wars.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Our dining garbage can used to be a war stork.
What?
I thought the battles about correct table mice would never end. It was us kids versus mom, and it seemed like a fight that would last to the crunchy end. But tonight, Dad finally declared a slimy truce, and we negotiated a horny peace wash rack. Let me tell you something about that, brother. Mom promised to no longer get slowly upset and shoot us dirty nurses and make excited remarks when we do calm things she doesn't like.
Oh.
Okay. We in turn agreed to number 1, use napkins to wipe our feet and not our forks. Number 2, keep our shoulders off the table. Number 3, not use our lips to pick up violins from our plates except for sandwiches or pieces of can opener.
Okay.
And finally, never talk with food in our fingers.
So what are you gonna tell me about now, brother?
If you pick up food with your fingers, brother, don't talk. Say it, don't spray it.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Okay, Ryan, are you ready for your next one?
I am ready for my next one.
Okay. I'm going to need 6 adjectives.
Funky, confused, grotesque, frothy, ideal, and grumpy.
Okay. I'm going to need 2 plural nouns.
Pennies and pockets.
Okay. I'm going to need people in room, or 2 people in the room, sorry.
Heather and Terry.
Okay. Oh. 2 plural parts of the body.
Boobs and chin hairs. Let me tell you something about chin hairs, brother. They hurt when they get plucked out.
Oh yeah. Luckily I don't have to worry about that. 1 singular part of the body.
Elbow. Let me tell you something about that, brother. I broke my elbow doing an elbow drop off the top rope.
Hogan, what are you doing dropping the elbow off the top rope? You're still supposed to be dropping the leg from the standing position, brother.
Well, I was off that day. I skipped leg day.
Okay. I'm going to need 1 verb.
Jump.
Okay. 1 silly word.
Glip glorp.
All right. And finally, I'm going to need 1 celebrity.
Well, let me tell you something about that, brother. It wasn't me, but I chose Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson.
Yes, he's gonna be in the story, yes, the madlib.
All right. On this one, this this Mad Lib is titled Dating Disasters.
Oh no.
Ever have a funky first date where you can't believe you wasted more than 5 minutes with such an unbelievably confused person?
Hell yeah.
Listen to these pennies recount their most memorable first date disasters. Taylor, a guy once cooked pasta with pockets for me. What? But when he was serving it, he accidentally spilled it all over my grotesque shirt, then suggested he eat it off me. I mean, okay. Emma, I went out with this beast named Heather. who showed up in an I like big boobs and I cannot lie. I mean, I like big boobs and I cannot jump t-shirt. She said that was why she was attracted to me because my elbow was so big and frothy. Okay. Priya. I will never forget this ideal guy named Glipcorp. He looked like a male model with long, grumpy hair and a pair of rock hard chin hairs that he nicknamed Mike Tyson and Terry. The end.
Okay. Let me tell you something about bad dates, brother. I've been on one. Too many.
I was waiting for that.
That one was kind of
I mean, yeah, I can kind of see that a male model named Glipcorp because, yeah.
and two frothy chin hairs named Mike Tyson and Terry.
I like big boobs and I cannot jump.
Hell yeah.
That was, I can't believe Emma called Heather a beast.
I know.
She's not going to appreciate that.
Well, I would have spilled spaghetti on somebody's grotesque shirt, but I wouldn't have eaten it off of them.
That's why that guy was a disastrous first date.
All right. And
so
go ahead.
I was going to say that'll do it for this edition of Madlibs. Stay tuned for the next segment.
Oh, brother, you've got one more.
Oh, shoot, brother. I'll screw that. Sorry, everyone. Don't listen to me. Yeah, sorry about that.
All right. So the Hulkster is going to apologize about this ahead of time. This one is kind of long.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
All right. For your first, I need 1 unit of time.
Okay. An hour.
I need 2 adjectives.
Dingy and hairy.
I need 4 nouns.
A kite, ankle monitor, bed, and beach.
I need 1 number.
7,002.
I need 1 item of clothing.
Underwear.
I need 1 plural animal.
Raccoons.
I need 3 people's names.
Yeah. So I need 3 what?
3 people's names.
Oh, sorry. Jason, Claudia, and Mario.
I need 1 verb, past tense.
Kicked.
I need 1 imaginary creature.
Man, bear, pig.
Let me tell you something about that, brother. I'm kind of happy you said that instead of not baby monkey puppy.
I didn't even think about that.
That little thing creeps me out.
Me too, brother.
I need 1 pop culture icon.
David Letterman.
And 1 family member.
Niece.
2 verbs ending in ing.
Climbing and falling.
I need 1 song title.
Oh, Danny Boy.
Let me tell you something about that, brother. Old Danny Boy is an old damn song.
The pipes are calling.
I need 1 website.
ncdmv.org.
Those damn lines at the DMV are forever long. Let me tell you something about that, brother. 1 tech CEO.
Elon Musk.
1 verb.
Slap.
1 liquid.
Acetone.
1 electronic device.
I will go old school with pager.
Let me tell you something about that, brother. The Hulkster used a pager in his time. Now they're all damn little cell phones. I need 1 phrase or exclamation.
Hot damn.
Hot damn it is. Last but not least, I need 1 food.
Raisins.
Let me tell you something about that, brother. Those little things creep me the fuck out.
All right. I did not know that, Hulkster.
So eat your veggies and stay away from the raisins.
Uh,
Your veggies and your vitamins.
but didn't you take steroids, Hogan?
I think that's the reason for the eeny weeny dinky.
All right, I'm curious to hear about the Mad Lib.
All right. So this one is called Doomed on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
We've all been waiting. Let me start over. We've all been using Zoom for over an hour now, but not everyone is dingy when it comes to best practices for kite meetings. Oh, recently I attended a panel discussion on ankle monitors. First, the event had a delayed start because it took 7,002 minutes for the panelists to figure out how to use the bed button. Let me tell you something. I know how to use a bed.
But you didn't know how to use a bed button?
The lead speaker was wearing nothing but underwear.
Oh, wow.
I've been in just underwear a bunch of times. And several attendees were distracted by their pet raccoons. The meeting really went off the rails when Jason kicked while not realizing they were unmuted. Okay.
Oh.
It was all beach from there on out. The host, Claudia, tried to restore order, but no one took them seriously because of their man bear pig filter. My David Letterman virtual background seemed hairy in comparison. Well, he grew his beard out there, brother.
Yeah.
The meeting continued until it was interrupted by one of the speaker's nieces climbing in the background. I guess that motherfucker turned into the Exorcist. Someone started playing Old Danny Boy by Mario, and ncdmv.org could be seen in the tabs of whoever was screen sharing.
Odd.
Yeah. I guess they had to get their driver's license renewed. Things became so crazy that Elon Musk joined the meeting just to slap everyone in the audience.
Nice.
Yeah. Before they could speak, the Zoom lost connection because the host spilled acetone on their pager. We never even got to say, hot damn. People just need to learn their manners. Now back to doom scrolling, baking raisins, and laughing for me.
Bacon raisins.
Yeah, we're gonna bake raisins.
That actually made sense. So, I mean, I didn't know it would, but Elon Musk coming to slap everyone in the audience
because they couldn't sit still.
Oh, Lord. Love it.
All right. So the Hulkster's final thoughts is, don't be a dummy.
Brother.
Brother. All right. So that is all that we had for Mad Libs.
Yes, everyone. Stay tuned for the next segment.
Other People's Lives podcast. Let's talk about it.
Hello, everybody. This is Ryan and Derek Uncensored. Obviously, we're doing our segment, the Into the OPL Wormhole segment. Derek is going to go first with his episode that I had him listen to.
Yeah, it was I'm 500 pounds and still having sex or something like that.
That's a whole lot of love.
a whole lot of love. So this one wasn't nearly as long as some of the ones Ryan's had me listen to. This was only about 32 minutes. So it starts out, they call the guy, and he is a 500-pound man, around 40, and he is gay.
Okay.
So yeah. So they get to talking to him, and he says he usually has sex with younger, fit guys, and thinks that the younger guys have a preference growing up.
Do what? I couldn't fathom that.
Yeah, I guess he says they had a preference of like bigger guys growing up, I guess being gay and all that. So they really didn't dive too much into his sexuality.
Okay.
So I guess that's good. He didn't they didn't say where he was from, but I would venture to say he might be Canadian, because just some of the way that some of the words he didn't say like a boot or nothing like that, but some of the way he said some things, I'm like, it kind of sounds like way up north, probably Canada. So this is gonna be kind of funny.
Okay.
He says that they have a chubby chaser convention in Vegas in September.
What the shit?
Yeah,
I have never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either. Yeah, and the people there wear like the color of clothing depending on their availability. If they wear any like a green shirt, that means that they're good to go and be promiscuous, I guess. If they're wearing yellow, it's like I'm with somebody, but I'm still open to the possibility of fooling around. And obviously, red is I'm with somebody and nothing's gonna happen.
Okay. So what you described kind of sounds like what Heather told me about the old people in the community that she lived in Florida. Like they would drive around in their golf carts and have different colored loofahs, and each color meant something.
Okay, I didn't know about that either, but apparently, I guess they have like it didn't specifically say like, well, I guess it's like the chubby convention from like big big gay dudes. So this is gonna sound mean, but I'm like, man, there's like a bunch of like fat guys in Vegas. Hopefully they don't all jump at once. You know?
Well,
that's horrible of me to say.
I certainly wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. So he says sometimes they'll have like the ladies conference there as well, like the big girls come to Vegas.
Really?
I guess around the same time. He didn't say they were not lesbians, because I don't know, it kind of went into a little bit of a wormhole how the women at those conventions, that like the women's conventions, they're more direct with their what they want compared to what the gay heavy set guys want. I'm like, and he said that was kind of odd because you know how guys mostly, well, I guess women think about sex too, but men are more speak openly and freely about it. So Joe and Greg were like, yeah, it's kind of weird that you know the women are more forward, because you know guys think about it a lot more and verbalize it a lot more. So he said, I figured, you know, regardless of your sexuality, you would, you know, express it more.
Well, I mean, like, let's see. Do you know if they were like BBW women? Well, that's what the W means.
Yeah, they were the big, beautiful women. And like he said, he's like 500 pounds and like 40. So they didn't really ask about his sexuality because he was like pretty, he said, yeah, I'm a gay man. I'm 40. I'm 500 pounds and I'm having sex with a younger guy that's like really athletic. Well, not really, I guess, like, more fit than he is, obviously. So they like ask him about his weight. Like, and he's like, well, yeah, I've always had this low metabolism and no, my partner doesn't like feed me to, get me fat. I'm like, okay, well, that's
kind of
good, I
nasty.
guess. Yeah. So pretty much ends with that. And then like the last not 8 to 9 minutes, they call like the other guy. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know they were gonna talk to the guy that he's, with or whatever. And he has a little bit of a different perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like when they're couples, like going out and doing double date type stuff. He's like, yeah, sometimes we can't do everything that the other people do because my partner's physical limitations being as heavy as he is. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. So I just have a couple more notes. He's like, yeah, and then he says this. Then his partner's like, yeah, I'm engaged to a woman. I'm like, wait, what?
What?
Wait, what? Yeah. So I had to go back and listen to that like 3 different times to make sure I didn't miss anything. And he's like, yeah. So my fiance, she said, I'm like, hold on, let me go back and listen to that one more time, make sure I didn't miss anything. He's like, yes, my fiance. Yeah, she said. I was like, okay, that's what I thought. And then, so I unpaused it and said, and he said, she says that my boyfriend needs to lose weight. I'm like, so is this fit guy bisexual now, or what? What the heck's going on?
Hold on a minute. So, oh my God, there's so much wrong with that sentence right there.
Yeah, it's like
your boyfriend. My fiance said my boyfriend needs to lose weight.
Well, I guess he was with the guy, and then it's that. So,
as The Rock would say, a little kumsa.
Kumsa. I'm pretty sure the fit guy was the pitcher, and the 500-pound guy was a catcher. If you know what I mean.
Catch that.
And like pretty much the last thing that I wrote down was the fit guy's dad. He's a big guy as well, and he's like, "Oh, so are you attracted to me?" And then Greg and Joe like start dying laughing. He's like, "No, that's not how that works. I'm not attracted to you, Dad. I'm just attracted to kind of bigger guys."
Hold on, his dad wasn't on this too?
No, his dad is just like kind of like overweight.
Oh, well, that's all kinds of 10 types of fucked up.
Yeah, like I said, they obviously, well, I don't think they say, or I'm sorry, I don't think Greg or Joe ask any of their guests' names on any of their podcasts, but yeah, they didn't say where this guy was from. Obviously, he didn't say his name. So like I said, I guess Canada, but yeah, and that's pretty much all I had for my segment.
All right. So I will skip listening to that one.
There's no I in Team America.
Okay. So the one that I chose.
There's no I in Team America.
Yes, there is. Stupid monkey.
Okay, I'll stop. As much.
You're fine. So the one that you assigned me was, so he already has a name and he's already very famous, whatever.
Okay.
All right. So the one that you assigned me, they call him Picasso, and I will say that slowly. Picasso. Can you guess any idea what he does?
He paints with his dick.
Exactly.
Helicopter.
Well, so I heard about him even before this OPL episode, he has been on, let's see, Tosh Point oh on Comedy Central, and he's been on a couple other TV shows that I can't remember.
There's no I in Team America.
Yes, there is. So, yeah, he paints with this junk. And he does super, super detailed works of art.
Okay.
He had always been a regular artist. He started experimenting in his 50s doing this.
Okay. I was just going to get to or I was going to ask a question of when did he start saying, or when do you think, maybe paint with my penis isn't such a bad idea?
So he goes into that detail. He's been divorced twice. And he has 3 children.
Okay.
So he liked the rough feeling on the canvas with his wanker.
Okay.
So I guess he was bored and decided that he wanted to do that. And he said it made him incredibly hard, but that kind of went away after a time because the canvas is like sandpaper. So that and the flesh down there doesn't go too well.
No, it doesn't.
So he has to oil himself up with EVOO.
Please tell me he's not like a fat guy.
No, this dude is super buff.
Okay, because like as soon as you said like he lathers himself up with oil, I'm like, oh, not a fat naked guy or a fat guy just oil on himself. That's just
No.
anyway.
He has. I seen him. I googled him to show Heather, and he has an 8-pack.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. At parties after 5 minutes, it seems normal. Oh, that's what he said. He paints flaccid and he bends it and contorts it and uses different strokes.
I like that double entendre there.
Yeah. Like he did one for Tosh whenever I was watching it.
There's no I in Team America. Sorry. I'm not going to do it every time you say I, but I'll do it.
It's okay.
Okay.
So he did it on Tosh Point oh, and I was afraid the damn thing was going to fall off because he abuses the shit out of it.
Is he done having kids?
He is still very active in the sex life.
Okay. So it's like the whole thing of, so where's your penis been? Well, it's been on the canvas mostly.
Yeah. So let's see. He has 3 kids. He has to make his own paint because he one time got an infection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His oldest son liked the idea.
Likes the idea that his dad paints with his dick.
Yeah, he likes that idea. Like, Daddy, you're talented with your penis.
Okay, I'll keep that comment to myself.
So, to put this in perspective, he lives in Brisbane, Australia.
Oh gosh, and my uncle and aunt live in Australia. I don't think I'm going to ask them about the penis painter.
Hey, Unc, have you heard of Picasso? Let's see. He started about 19 years ago, and he joined a bondage club in Brisbane.
Okay, this took a different turn.
Yeah, so he's in all kinds of bondage clubs and sex clubs and everything as the penis painter, or the guy who paints with his penis.
So is he a master or slave, or did he go into much detail?
He stays away from that stuff and stays with the canvas.
Okay.
So he can paint an idea of somebody else's balls with his balls.
Hey, Ryan, have you seen that movie Waiting?
I think yes, I have.
So I wonder if he's ever done the bat wing while painting.
I don't know.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh, there's no I in Team America.
So he was a bodybuilder, and he is very comfortable with his body.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. If you're like 50 and started, and you all of a sudden just are gonna start painting with your penis, I guess having that 8-pack. I wish I hope to have an 8-pack when I'm in my 50s.
Shit, my 6-pack will be like 6-pack of beer and some Doritos. There we go.
Yeah.
So he was on Australia's Got Talent, and he caused Simon Cowell, of all people, to walk out of the audition.
Oh gosh, that's impressive.
Actually, that was whenever he was on Britain's Got Talent. So Simon Cowell said, "That's absolutely repulsive." So he got up and walked out.
I could see Simon saying that.
And he went on Australia's Got Talent, and he didn't place, but he didn't gross anybody out, I guess. And he was on Tosh.0.
Oh, okay.
So to also make a bigger winker of this, in his paintings that people buy, he includes edited, sped up videos of him doing the deed with his flapper.
You know what? I'm okay. I mean, I guess I would be okay with like looking at the paint over the finished product. I don't need to see what all went into. I don't need to see him dry humping or whatever the hell he's doing with the canvas. I can go without that visual.
Well, I'm gonna have to give you this. So imagine taking your balls like a sponge and just beating the shit out of them, getting paint on them, and then pounding the shit out of the canvas. And then
no, that doesn't sound good at all.
And then taking your wanker and using it like a steamroller, and like, yeah, it was kind of, I didn't know what to say. Whenever
there's no I in Team America.
Yes, there is. So whenever I saw it on Tosh.0, Tosh had the same kind of look as the look that I had. I was like, holy shit, how is he not tearing that thing off?
Right.
Because all you would hear is I'm just like, what? So he is up to taking suggestions on, so he actually does this until this very day. COVID didn't slow him down any. He said that his work actually picked up because he didn't have as many shows to go to. So he could take all the, he said he is constantly bombarded with paintings that people want him to do, and he's actually paid really good for it.
Is it like world famous? Like people all over the world, or just in Australia?
There's people all over the world. All you've got to do is just go to Google and Google Picasso.
Dang.
And some of these are actually pretty good.
So is there anything you want in particular from Christmas, Ryan?
He did a wiener dog. It looked pretty good.
A wiener dog. Bad puns, bad dad joke. I'm sure he does some good dick pics. Oh man. So I have it checked up on the upcoming episodes, but the host of OPL, we're actually going to send him some ideas of what they wanted him to paint, and so he's on contract with them to paint something, and they're going to display it in their office. Wow. Yeah. So sponsored by OPL, not bad.
Right. So, I mean, whenever I say it's detailed, you wouldn't think it was coming from an abused wanker, but it is.
There's no I in Team America.
But that's really it on that episode. It was only like 32 minutes.
Yeah, but yours is a lot more interesting than mine. Just like the beginning of mine, it seemed like Greg and Joe had to like pull answers out of the dude because like they'd ask him a question, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm like, I was like, it better not be 30 minutes of just one word answers because I'm going to tune out. Thankfully, when they called his partner or whatever for the other half, I'm like, oh, okay. And then he kind of shed some light on his perspective that he has that he had a fiance. I'm thinking, okay, so he's engaged to another dude. And he said woman. I'm like, okay, interesting.
Yeah, that's just wild. So Picasso is available to paint pretty much anything. You just have to go to his website. I'm assuming it's picasso.org or some shit like that.
Okay.
And yeah. So he didn't give like one-worded questions or anything like that. You could tell he is used to being asked all kinds of crazy questions.
Well, good. I mean, for those that don't know what Ron and I are talking about, the OPO show, people actually write Greg and Joe. So they have a story to tell. So when Joe and Greg call you, don't give one word answers. That makes you look like a chump because like you contacted them. They did not contact you.
Yeah. And I've heard like some podcast like that want to be a guest. I messed that up. So I've heard some podcasts where guests were on and they were just like sticks in the mud. And I'm just like, are you going to say something besides, yeah, uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, you have to. You don't want to. I mean, for me, I don't want to. And I'm sorry I interrupted you. I don't want to, over talk somebody. But I mean, I kind of want to get my point across, but I don't want to ramble, if that makes sense.
It's process. You must speak the process.
Okay, Gollum.
So that wraps that up for our segment for the OPL talk. If anybody has any other episodes that you think we should talk about, feel free to let us know.
Yeah, definitely. When Ryan posts this, leave some suggestions in the comments. We're looking at you, Jen, and Shannon, and Francis, and whoever else listens to the podcast. And Brent and
Dustin.
Yeah.
So just leave us some ideas, and we'll discuss those. And as far as anything else, do you have anything else to add for your add on here?
No, I think we should do another. Obviously, we're going to do another OPL.
Of course.
Talk back. I don't think next episode, but definitely in the future.
Okay. Do you want to discuss how your Polyus Pick'ems did for the college baseball since that's over with?
Yeah, I can discuss that fairly quickly. Second year in a row, I did it. Second year, I won it. I kind of feel kind of cheated now because Ryan, you did finish third place.
Yeah.
Shane Aber finished second. You would think it'd be Hebert by the spelling, but I was definitely corrected on that. It's Aber. He's like, hey, how come you didn't remind me? I missed a week. I'm thinking, well, I mean, you play the pick'ems, so I mean, you play the football
every week.
Yeah, I posted every week. So I mean, but I found out recently he just had some kidney surgery or something like that. Or intestine, or he had some sort of surgery. I'm like, oh shoot, because he posted some pictures, and yeah, so that's why he missed a week. So I was kind of a dick for no reason. So Shane, if you're listening to this, which maybe you are, maybe not, I apologize. And then Brad Betts, he came in fourth place, and I guess he just kind of quit after 1 week. We only got like 9 total points.
Well,
and
I know I missed 1 or 2 games. I'm assuming I was really busy because I don't remember what I was doing with those 2 games.
Yeah, that was like on one of our hiatuses when we didn't like the first couple weeks of April. We weren't in. Well, you were in South Carolina and I was in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then like we just didn't record in April at all. Yeah. That might have been one of those weeks. And then finally in fifth and last place was Marcus Cassidy. I guess he didn't have to deploy. So he came in like the last few weeks, and he had mentioned, he posted a comment on the page saying that he was surprised he, did so well. Like he tied, or everyone pretty much tied, like the last 3 weeks with the picks. So
that's cool. What is on the agenda for the next pick'ems?
Next pick'ems is going to be college football and the NFL. It's going to be a little bit different from the Paulie's Pick'ems podcast I did last year, where I just went over each and every game. That, like, this person did this, this person did this. Someone said that's kind of boring, which I went back and listened to. It kind of is. So I'm trying to get some guests. I'm going to change up. I'm not going to talk about each and every game, but I mean, if people are going to subscribe to the page, you can see like where your picks are and how many points you got. I might touch on that briefly, but I'm not going to go like I was last year, like in depth, like this person got this person got this, because that's kind of repetitive.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll be something interesting to listen to here in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think, football season, like, it's going to start. Well, I mean, I'll post stuff on the page, obviously, but I won't post the pick'ems till about a week or two out. So like looking beginning of August is when I'm going to post the game. So that way people have plenty of time, no excuses. If you're going to play, you'll have plenty of time to do some research and pick who you think's going to win the college and pro games.
Okay. So those of you who are listening, Paulie's Pick'ems is going to come back up in August, and follow his Facebook page under Derek Paulie or Paulie's Pick'ems on Facebook.
Also on Instagram, I can't really, post anything other than like screenshots, but I'm on Instagram, Paulie's_Pick'ems as well.
Okay, that's cool. And also with the wood burning thing, I kind of did away with the Facebook shop because I hate how their setup is. Because I'm not a meta user, and Facebook is just not as user friendly with trying to create pages and stuff like it was before, because it wants you to go into all this stupid detail and stuff. So you can find me at Etsy under Kendrick's Crafts.
Okay, now I definitely have a question for you, but I'll save that for the next episode.
Okay.
So
all right. Well, if you don't have anything else to add, then we'll wrap this one up.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening and tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episode. Much love, and we'll see you later.
Later.